We choose to go to the moon in this decade and do the other things, not because they are easy, but because they are hard. Because that goal will serve to organize and measure the best of our energies and skills. Because that challenge is one that we're willing to accept, one we are unwilling to postpone, and one we intend to win.
Stretching over 2,500 miles, Valles Marineris is the Grand Canyon of Mars, only deeper, longer, and far more mysterious. Its towering cliffs and winding channels hint at a violent past, shaped by forces we are only beginning to understand. What stories do these ancient walls hold? In the cold Martian dawn, frost clings to the dunes like a delicate veil of ice. These frozen patterns, fleeting in the weak morning sun, remind us that Mars still experiences the changing rhythms of seasons, silent echoes of a climate that once may have been very different. From this lonely hill, Perseverance gazes across the rim of Jezero Crater. Billions of years ago, a vast lake filled this basin. Now, only dust and time remain, but the search for signs of ancient life continues. Every rock could be a key to Mars's hidden history. Carved by landslides and ancient floods, Gediz Valles reveals the power that once shaped Mars. Boulders, tossed like pebbles, mark the violence of a past unknown. Here, time moves slowly, but the scars of a changing world remain, frozen in stone. A world untouched by human hands. From here, Perseverance charts its course, navigating a landscape shaped by water long ago. Every dune, every ridge whispers of a time when Mars was alive with rivers, lakes, and the possibility of life. A silent fault line cuts through the landscape, evidence that Mars was not always still. In this terrain, ice and rock tell a story of shifting forces and buried secrets. Could Mars still be active beneath its frozen surface? Towering above the dust, Texeli Butte stands resilient against the relentless Martian winds. Layer by layer, it records the passage of time, millions of years compressed into a silent, unyielding monolith. Sculpted by time and wind, the Yardangs of Mars are nature's own carvings, their shapes molded by centuries of relentless erosion. These ridges stand as a testament to the planet's shifting climate and the invisible forces that still shape its surface today. A delicate web of ridges, etched into the rock by time itself. This boxwork formation is a signature of water seeping through fractures, leaving behind mineral veins that now stand in stark contrast to the eroded stone around them. As Perseverance ascends Witch Hazel Hill, the layers of rock beneath its wheels tell a silent story of Mars's past. These formations, shaped by ancient forces, may hold the key to understanding how this once wet world became the frozen desert we see today. A rock unlike any other, Bunsen Peak. Drilled and studied by Perseverance, its composition could reveal Mars's fiery past or its watery secrets. Could this be a piece of a lost world preserved in stone? Standing against time and the elements, Observation Rock watches over the Jezero Crater. From its vantage point, it has seen dust storms rage, seasons pass, and rovers arrive, silent witnesses to humanity's first steps on an alien world. A lone explorer pauses for a portrait. Behind it, Cheyava Falls, an ancient structure that may hold the chemistry of Mars's lost waters. This is more than a rock. It is a page in the history of a planet still waiting to be read. Once a mighty river flowed here, carving Neretva Valles into the Martian landscape. Now, only its ghost remains, winding channels filled with sand, silent echoes of a time when water shaped this world. Step by step, Perseverance climbs, sometimes backward, adjusting to the treacherous Martian terrain. The higher it ascends, the deeper it looks into Mars' geological past, a journey not just across land, but through time itself. Curiosity's path winds through a barren expanse, its tracks the only movement in an ancient desert. Each turn, each ridge is a step further into Mars's past, an uncharted road leading to the secrets buried beneath the dust. Delicate clouds drift in the thin Martian sky, suspended like fragile whispers above the barren surface. Made of carbon dioxide ice, they are fleeting visitors, moving in a world where the air itself is almost non-existent. A jagged spire rising from the dust, Fascination Turret. Once part of a greater formation, erosion has left it standing alone, a monument to the relentless passage of time. At the foot of Jazero's towering rim, Perseverance prepares for its next challenge. Ahead lies a landscape untouched for billions of years, waiting to be explored, waiting to reveal its hidden history. A dried riverbed stretches in all directions. Bright Angel, a fossilized memory of a time when water shaped this world. Now, Perseverance listens, hoping to hear whispers of a past long lost in the Martian winds. A mosaic of canyons, fractures, and deep valleys. This landscape is the result of planetary forces at work for eons. Every crevice, every ridge, is a chapter in Mars's geological history, waiting for us to turn the page. Even in the harshest deserts of Mars, ice lingers. These dunes, dusted with frost, stand as a reminder that beneath the surface, Mars still holds water, locked away, waiting for the day it may flow once more. Spring arrives on Mars, and the frozen dunes begin to awaken. As the carbon dioxide frost sublimates into the thin air, it leaves behind intricate patterns, dark spots scattered like ink blots on the shifting sands. In the spaces between, bright frost lingers, nestled within the geometric cracks of ancient polygonal formations. This fleeting transformation is a reminder that, even in the harshest landscapes, Mars is never truly still. A frozen river of time, this glacier-like formation winds its way between two Martian ridges, evidence of a past when ice accumulated here in ways no longer possible today. Unlike Earth's glaciers, these formations move incredibly slowly, creeping forward over millennia, despite the frigid cold and weak gravity. How did such thin layers of ice shape the landscape so profoundly? The answer remains one of Mars' enduring mysteries, whispering of a climate long since lost. Just before sunrise, Perseverance looks up and captures a fleeting moment. Delicate clouds drifting across the thin Martian sky. Their formation remains a mystery, shaped by forces scientists are only beginning to understand. As Perseverance studies the past, searching for signs of ancient life and preserving Mars's history in sealed rock samples, these clouds remind us that the planet is still changing, still evolving, still holding secrets yet to be uncovered. A swirl of dust rises as Ingenuity's blades cut through the thin Martian air. Captured from a distance by Perseverance, this moment marks yet another milestone, flight number 47. What began as an experiment has become routine, proving that powered flight is possible on another world. As Ingenuity soars, it scouts ahead, paving the way for the next generation of aerial explorers who will one day guide human missions across the Red Planet. A small patch of exposed rock, a window into Mars's past. Using its Sherlock instrument, Perseverance scans the target Quartier, detecting signals consistent with organic molecules. Are they remnants of ancient geological processes, or do they hint at something more? The answer awaits, sealed within samples that may one day return to Earth, unlocking secrets of the Red Planet's history. Billions of years ago, water surged through the rim of Jezero crater, carving channels and depositing sediments that would become a delta. This ancient lake may have once teemed with microbial life, its story now written in stone. Today, Perseverance roams its dry remains, searching for clues to Mars's lost past, one sample at a time. A drill bites into the ancient Martian rock. Curiosity collects a sample from Sequoia, a silent witness to Mars' geological past. With each layer uncovered, scientists inch closer to understanding how this once active world transformed into the barren landscape we see today. Towering cliffs rise above the Martian plains, their faces scarred by ancient fractures. The land here has been stretched and pulled by unseen forces, the very crust of Mars reshaped by planetary movements long forgotten. Bright traces of hydrated sulfates emerge from the shadows of Melas Chasma, remnants of a time when water shaped this Martian valley. Streamlined patterns hint at ancient rivers that once flowed here, depositing minerals that now hold clues to the planet's lost climate. A landscape like no other. Twisting ridges form what scientists call brain terrain, a pattern that hints at hidden ice beneath the surface. Amidst these folds, a circular impact crater disrupts the flow, its age uncertain. Is it a relic of the past, or evidence of a geologically recent event? Mars, as always, keeps its secrets well. A curious sight on the Martian surface, a formation that seems to resemble the face of a bear, but this is no cosmic coincidence. A collapsed hill forms the nose, two craters create the eyes, and a circular fracture outlines the head. Is this the result of ancient lava flows, mud deposits, or the slow settling of an impact crater? Science offers theories, but sometimes Mars just likes to play tricks on our imagination. For a few weeks, Perseverance waits in silence. As Mars moves behind the Sun, communication with Earth is paused, solar interference making commands too risky. But even in this stillness, the mission continues. When the skies clear, Perseverance will resume its journey, once again uncovering the secrets of the red planet. Carved by time and wind, this hollowed-out rock stands as a testament to Mars' relentless erosion. Over eons, sandblasting winds have sculpted its surface into a natural monument to the planet's ever-changing landscape. What other secrets lie hidden within Jezero crater, waiting to be uncovered? A story written in stone, this rock, nicknamed Terra Firmi, resembles the open pages of a book, but its true history was shaped not by words, but by water and wind. Over time, minerals filled its cracks, and erosion revealed what remains, a geological record of Mars' ancient past. Winding ridges stretch across Aeolus Planum, silent remnants of rivers that once flowed here. What was their source? Were they fed by rain, melting ice, or underground springs? The answer lies hidden beneath layers of dust, waiting to be uncovered. A thin layer of ice glistens in the sunlight, nestled within the valley walls of Dao Vallis. This is not the ice of today's Mars. It is a remnant of a time when liquid water may have once carved these canyons, reshaping the land. Beneath the frozen plains of Terra Sirenum, hidden reservoirs of ice slumber, untouched for millennia. Could this frozen water hold the key to sustaining future explorers? Or even more intriguingly, could it preserve signs of ancient Martian life? A meteorite impact has unveiled something remarkable, pristine ice buried beneath the Martian soil. How much more water lies just below the surface? If ice is so abundant, what could this mean for future colonists? A deep scar cuts across the Martian surface, Neretva Vallis, a channel carved by water billions of years ago. This valley once funneled liquid into Jezero crater, creating an environment that may have been ideal for life. Each step of Perseverance's climb through Jezero crater takes it deeper into the planet's past. Layer by layer, the rocks reveal a history of lakes and rivers frozen in time, evidence that Mars was once a world of flowing water. As if tracing the journey of a vanished river, Perseverance follows the path of Neretva Vallis. The ancient waterway, long since dry, still carries secrets in its layered sediments, secrets that could reshape our understanding of Mars's past. Strange dark halos mark the rocks at Bright Angel, resembling the spots of a leopard. Scientists believe these patterns may have formed when water interacted with the Martian soil, creating a chemical footprint of an ancient, wetter world. Beneath its weathered surface, this Martian rock holds a secret: pure elemental sulfur. Curiosity's instruments reveal a crystalline interior, hinting at past chemical processes that shaped this terrain. Could environments like this have once supported microbial life? The answer may lie in the sulfur-rich stones scattered across Snow Lake. A fortunate discovery, when curiosity crushed this rock, it revealed something unexpected: shimmering sulfur crystals hidden within. Found at Convict Lake, these formations offer a glimpse into Mars's complex chemical history, hinting at past interactions between water and the planet's surface. Perseverance drills into the surface of Bunsen Peak, extracting a core sample from a time when Mars was warm and wet. What secrets lie within this rock? Could its minerals reveal the story of Mars's transition from a blue planet to a red one? A cluster of craters marks the spot where a meteor shattered in the thin Martian atmosphere. Could its impact have once released hidden water, or did it merely disturb a surface that has been frozen for eons? Dust moves across the surface, reshaping dunes grain by grain. Mars was once a planet of rivers and lakes. Now only the wind remains, whispering across landscapes shaped by water that vanished long ago. A landscape of discovery. Perseverance's drill hole marks the spot where a sample was extracted from Chayava Falls. Nearby, abrasion patches on ancient rocks reveal their hidden composition. Each scan, each sample brings us closer to unlocking Mars' geological past and the secrets it holds beneath its dusty surface. A winding path through time, Curiosity reaches Geddes Vallis Channel, a landscape shaped by ancient forces. Was this valley carved by rushing water or tumbling landslides? As the rover explores its rocky floor, scientists search for answers written in the layers of Mars's past. Once a river ran through here, feeding a vast Martian lake. Today, only its winding path remains, carved into the landscape like the veins of a world long since turned to stone. What secrets does this riverbed still hold? A traveler from deep space, this iron-nickel meteorite, nicknamed Cacao, lies untouched on the Martian surface. How long has it rested here? What cosmic journey brought it to Mount Sharp? As Curiosity studies its composition, we uncover another piece of Mars's celestial story. Shaped by invisible forces, the dunes of Hellas Pontus Montes are in constant motion. The shifting winds of Hellas Basin carve intricate patterns into the landscape, reversing direction with the changing Martian seasons. Though the planet appears still, its surface is always evolving, grain by grain. A small crater, partly filled by ancient deposits, holds clues to Mars's shifting landscape. How thick are these layers? How did they flow across the surface? By studying their depth and movement, scientists piece together the story of the planet's geological past. Mars is a world of strange and shifting landscapes. In this experiment, scientists recreate the forces that shape its surface. Carbon dioxide ice forms beneath the soil, then cracks and erupts as it warms. This process may explain the spider-like patterns seen on Mars, revealing how an alien winter sculpts the red planet. Scattered across Utopia Planitia, strange mounds rise from the surface, each crowned with a circular depression. Are these remnants of ancient lava flows, or could they be mud volcanoes, evidence of past underground activity? Unraveling their origin may unlock new clues about Mars's hidden geologic past. For the first time, Curiosity captures sun rays piercing through the Martian sky at sunset, a fleeting glow in the thin atmosphere. These crepuscular rays illuminate high-altitude clouds likely made of dry ice, offering a rare and breathtaking glimpse of Mars' ever-changing skies. A collection of Mars' history, carefully placed on the dusty surface. Perseverance has built the first ever sample depot, a crucial step toward bringing pieces of the red planet back to Earth. Each sealed tube holds evidence of Mars' past, waiting for the day when humanity finally unlocks its secrets. In the barren landscape of Geddes Vallis, pale, sulfur-rich stones stand out against the rust-red soil. These deposits could be remnants of ancient hot springs, places where life may have once found refuge. A small shadow stretches across the Martian surface, the final imprint of Ingenuity, the first aircraft on another world. But beneath it, the terrain holds even greater mysteries. Could this be the very ground where life once existed? Slowly fading into the Martian landscape, Insight is now covered in dust, its once bright form blending with the planet it came to study. Captured over time by the high-res sky camera, these images reveal the ever-changing surface of Mars, shaped by wind, dust devils, and time itself. Not Mars, but Earth. This salt lake, shrinking in the heat of the Argentinian sun, mirrors what scientists believe happened on Mars billions of years ago. Lakes evaporated, leaving behind salt and minerals, perhaps even traces of ancient life. A trail of tracks leads through the Martian dust, marking Perseverance's journey through Rio Chiquito. Beneath its wheels, the ground holds the chemical signatures of an ancient world. Is this where life once took root? Captured through the eyes of Perseverance, Ingenuity's rotor glints in the sunlight. Though built for flight, the helicopter has also scouted locations where Mars's secrets may be buried, places where scientists hope to find organic molecules and more. After a long and challenging climb, Perseverance reaches Lookout Hill, standing atop the rim of Jezero Crater. From here, the rover surveys the vast landscape below, its next frontier. Each step forward brings new discoveries, paving the way for future explorers who may one day stand here themselves. As Perseverance climbs through loose terrain, the sand shifts beneath its wheels. This region is rich in hydrated minerals, evidence that water once shaped this land. If life ever existed here, could these very sands have preserved its traces? Ingenuity rests at Valinor Hills, named after a land of legend. But its mission was not fantasy. It scouted locations where Mars' surface chemistry hints at a lost world, where water and time may have once created the building blocks of life. A map of movement, a record of exploration. The white path traces Perseverance's journey. The cayenne marks Ingenuity's flights. These lines represent more than just travel. They mark humanity's quest to uncover the greatest mystery of all. Are we alone? Within these layered rocks of Gale Crater lies a mystery billions of years old. Scientists have detected clay minerals, a sign that water once flowed here. Could these very sediments hold the fingerprints of ancient Martian life? Tiny pockets of water hidden beneath the ice. On Earth, cryoconite holes like these form as dust particles, absorb sunlight, and melt into glaciers. Could similar processes be shaping Martian ice? If so, they may hold clues to hidden reservoirs of water on the red planet. These layered formations bear a striking resemblance to stromatolites on Earth, structures built by ancient microbial life. Could we be looking at a fossilized remnant of Mars' biological history? A precise cut into the past. Perseverance drills into the rock outcrop Berea, extracting a sample that may hold traces of Mars' ancient history. Sealed and stored, this core is a step toward the ultimate goal, bringing pieces of the red planet back to Earth for deeper study. A lone hill rises from the Martian surface. Its towering sedimentary layers hint at a powerful past. Scientists believe Pine Stand may have been shaped by a deep, fast-moving river, yet its height challenges our understanding of Martian geology. As Perseverance studies its secrets, the history of ancient water on Mars comes into sharper focus. These unusual craters tell a story of disappearing ice. As frozen water beneath the surface sublimates into gas, the crater walls retreat, creating a funnel-shaped formation. But here, the outer apron is covered in strange bumps, evidence that Mars's icy past was more complex than we once thought. Towering half a mile high, these sheer ice cliffs mark the edge of Mars' northern ice cap. Over time, jagged blocks break away, tumbling down to form debris piles below. In some years, avalanches roar down these frozen walls, but this spring, Mars remains eerily still. Amidst the boulders of Mount Washburn, one rock stands out, Otoko Point. Its unique composition hints at a dramatic past, possibly formed deep underground in a magma chamber or carried here by ancient floods. As Perseverance analyzes its minerals, scientists search for clues to Mars's complex geological history. A journey traced in time, this map shows Perseverance's path as it navigated the ancient river channel of Neretva Vallis, leading to the geologic site Bright Angel. Each stop marks a moment of discovery as the rover uncovers new clues about Mars's watery past and the possibility of ancient life. A trail of tracks stretches across the Martian surface, a reminder that humanity has already left its mark here. But these tracks are more than just impressions in the dust. They are the first steps toward an interplanetary future. Before they explore Mars, robots must first prove themselves on Earth. These test rovers, part of NASA's Cadre project, will one day work together as a team, autonomous explorers, mapping and analyzing distant worlds in ways never before possible. A challenging climb through time, this rendering traces Curiosity's path up the steep slopes of Mount Sharp, leading to Geddes Vallis Channel. Formed by ancient water or landslides, this landscape holds clues to Mars's changing climate. Each layer in the rock tells a story, and Curiosity is here to read them. The road ahead is filled with unknowns. This planned route will take Perseverance across Jezero Crater's rim towards some of the most scientifically significant terrain yet explored. What secrets will these rocks reveal? At the foot of Jezero Crater's towering rim, Perseverance pauses to look ahead. The climb will be steep, the challenge is great, but beyond these hills lies a history waiting to be uncovered. Step by step, Perseverance ascends, its wheels navigating treacherous terrain. With each meter climbed, it moves further back in time, toward rocks that may hold the answers to Mars' greatest mysteries. From high above, the high-res camera aboard NASA's Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter captures Curiosity as a tiny speck on the surface. A reminder that even in the vastness of space, our robotic explorers are never truly alone. Standing before Bunsen Peak, Perseverance prepares to drill. What lies beneath this rocky surface? Is it a simple collection of minerals, or does it hold the chemical signatures of Mars's lost past? A chance discovery. When Curiosity crushed a rock, it revealed something never seen on Mars before: pure sulfur crystals. Unlike sulfate minerals left behind by ancient water, this elemental sulfur hints at a different process, possibly volcanic or hydrothermal. Unraveling its origin could provide new insights into Mars's complex geologic history. Carved into the crater's slopes, these gullies in Acidalia planitia tell a story of erosion and change. Some may have formed from flowing water, while others hint at past glacial activity. Could ice still lie beneath the surface? These fractured landscapes hold clues to Mars's colder, wetter past. This is the best look the Ingenuity team has had of the rotorcraft since its first flight. Perseverance sees the world through an array of powerful cameras, scanning landscapes, analyzing rocks, and mapping the terrain in stunning detail. These robotic eyes are humanity's window into an alien world. Far from Earth, Perseverance navigates on its own, using artificial intelligence to find the safest path forward. Every decision, every movement is calculated, a testament to the power of autonomous exploration. Scattered across the Jezero Crater Delta, these boulders were carried here by ancient, powerful floods. Their size suggests a time when water surged across the landscape with incredible force. As Perseverance studies their origins, scientists piece together the history of Mars' vanished rivers. For the first time, seismic waves have traveled through another planet's core, and InSight was there to listen. These distant quakes revealed Mars' hidden interior, offering a glimpse deep beneath its surface. With each tremor, we learn more about the red planet's structure and its restless past. A valley shaped by time, Geddes Vallis holds remnants of Mars's dynamic past. Boulders and debris, possibly carried by ancient water, rest in its center, while powerful winds have carved the larger landscape. As Curiosity explores, it uncovers layers of history, revealing a world that was once far more active than it appears today. A moment in history, Perseverance captures a selfie with the sample tubes it carefully placed in Jezero crater. Each sealed tube holds a piece of Mars, waiting for the day when they will be returned to Earth. This depot is more than a collection of rocks. It's a step toward unlocking the secrets of an ancient world. A hard-fought ascent. Curiosity looks back at Marker Band Valley after conquering one of its toughest climbs yet. Loose sand, steep slopes, and scattered boulders made every move a challenge. But each step upward reveals new layers of Mars's history, bringing us closer to understanding the planet's past. A delicate imprint in the dust. Ingenuity's landing gear leaves its mark on the Martian surface. Though small, these tracks represent a giant leap in planetary exploration, proving that flight is possible in the thin air of Mars. Carved by time, the gullies of Trillet Crater reveal a history of shifting landscapes. Their overlapping debris fans suggest multiple periods of activity, while a massive fracture slicing through the crater rim tells an even older story. These geological clues help scientists piece together Mars's dynamic past. Shadows conceal what lies beneath. These dark craters may hold hidden reserves of ice, crucial for sustaining life beyond Earth. Future missions will probe these depths, searching for resources that could support the first human colonies. From this high vantage point, Perseverance scans the Martian horizon. One day, this view may be seen by human eyes. Future habitats, research stations, and rovers will dot this landscape, transforming Mars into a place not just explored, but lived in. A fracture in the land, a sign that Mars may still be active beneath its crust. Could geothermal energy power future colonies? Could underground water still exist? The answers lie hidden below, waiting to be uncovered. Here, in the vast Martian expanse, scientists have identified potential landing sites for future missions. Safe terrain, access to resources, and scientific value, each location is a candidate for the first human footsteps on Mars. A rare perspective, captured from 16 feet above the surface, Ingenuity looks down at Perseverance, the two pioneers of Mars exploration. From the air and on the ground, these robotic explorers are reshaping our understanding of the red planet, one flight and one discovery at a time. The first human habitats on Mars will not be cities. They will be shelters, designed to withstand dust storms, radiation, and extreme cold. Engineers studied the landscape, searching for the best place to build humanity's first home on another world. A path marked by challenge. This map traces Curiosity's most difficult climb yet. Slippery sand, steep slopes, and wheel-sized rocks force the rover to change course, navigating carefully to continue its ascent up Mount Sharp. Every obstacle overcome brings new discoveries on the journey through Mars's history. A relic of flowing water, this sedimentary fan in Gale Crater preserves the traces of ancient streams. Raised ridges hint at channels that once carried sediment across the crater floor. Even impact craters here tell a story, some filled with deposits from a time when water still shaped the Martian landscape. A geological puzzle within Valles Marineris. Use Chasma's light-toned deposits differ from those found elsewhere. Thinner layers of sulfates mix with clays and hydrated silica, hinting at a unique history. Scientists studied these formations, searching for clues to the processes that shaped this Martian canyon. Traces of an ancient river system, curving ridges in Aeolus Planum, mark the paths of waterways that once flowed across the Martian surface. Over time, wind erosion exposed these buried channels, while long, linear ridges called yardungs reveal the forces that shaped this landscape, a history written in stone and sand. A landscape shaped by water and ice, Harmachis Vallis, an 800-kilometer outflow channel, tells a story of collapse, erosion, and glacial movement. Parallel ridges mark the paths of ancient ice flows, carving their way downhill. Here, Mars' frozen past is etched into the valley floor. Mars is a world that continues to amaze, inspire, and challenge our understanding. Its ancient rivers, towering canyons, traces of glaciers, and mysterious minerals tell the story of a planet that may have once supported life. Through the efforts of rovers and orbiters, we are uncovering the secrets of its distant past and paving the way for future explorers who will one day set foot on its surface. But this is only the beginning. Every image, every sample, every step brings us closer to the day when humans will witness these Martian landscapes with their own eyes. Mars is waiting, and we will return.